The last two questions are, I find, a little bit easier to do, though they have formulas in it that are unlike anything else. So the first right here, the base is right here. It's a circle base. You can write circle base, but I'm going to write circular. Either is fine. And it comes to a point, so we'll call it a pyramid. So it's a circular pyramid or a circle-based pyramid. So you can see here I've already drawn some stuff, so you might want to pause it if you want to draw this. Now, this is made of two parts. We've got the top, and the top is a circle. And then we've got kind of the body or the side of this cone. The top is a circle, so the area equals pi r squared. That's the area of a circle, which you should have memorized. And for pi, again, we're going to use 3.14. And the radius is, well, diameter is 10, so the radius is 5. And then we can square that. So we get 3.14 times that by 25, which I can't do in my head. So I'm going to go 314 or 3.14 and times that by 25 there. Now, 5 times 4 is 20. 5, 6, 7, and then 15. Start with the 0, 8, 2, and 6. And I can add those. So 0, 15, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 7. So I moved the decimal place is 2 over here. The decimal place is 2, so I'm going to have to remember to put the decimal place in my 2. So it looks like 78.5. Now, I don't know what the units are on this. What? Feet. Okay. Feet squared. So that is the area of our circle. Now, in a cylinder, in the previous examples, we had to double that because there was a top and a bottom. But here, there's only one. So we're okay just to leave it like that. And then we've got this body part, this side, which looks something like that. And we know the radius is 5. Now, the formula for this is pi r s, and we haven't seen s before. S is not the height of the cone. We actually don't know how tall this cone is. It's not given to us. We do, however, know the slant height, the height of the slant, the distance of the slant, and so that is 13. So our slant is 13. Therefore, when we do this, we have 3.14 times the radius, which is 5, and then times that by the slant distance, which is 13. So I will do the easier part first and go 3.14 and then 5 times 13. 5 times 10 is 50. 5 times 3 is 15. So I'm thinking it's 65. And then I can't do that in my head, so I will just do this instead. 5 times 4 is 20. 5, 6, 7, and then 15. Start with the 0. 6 times 4 is 24. Carry the 2. Nice. It's already there. 6, 7, 8. And then 6 times 3 is 18. So I've got a 0. 7 plus 4 is 11. 5, 6 plus 8 is 14. I'm going to move this 1 over, actually. 8, 9, 10. And then 2. And there's 2 decimal spots, so I'm going to move it over. There's 2 decimal spots for the 3.14, so I'll move it over here. So I get 204.1 feet squared. So that's a lot easier, I think, than doing a cylinder where you had to find the circumference, which is 2 pi r, and that's one of the sides of your rectangle, and then times that by the other side. And so here we can just go pi r s, where s is the slant height. So is that it? No, we have to add these. So therefore, the surface area, the area of all the surfaces, is going to be 204.1 and 78.5, and we can add those. So that's a 6. 8 plus 4 is 12. That's an 8, and that's a 2. So you get 282.6 feet squared. So I'll zoom out here so you can just take a look at what it is that we did. We had the surface area of a circle. That was our first part. That's the top. Pi r squared, where r was 5. So we had 314 times 25. It's just a quick multiplication there, and that's it. Then we had the side, or the body part of this cone, and that formula is something new, pi rs, and where r was 5, the radius, and the slant height was 13. And we just multiplied that. 5 times 13 is 65, and times that by 3.14. And we got 204.1, and then we just added both of those together. Now, this one over to the side is a sphere. Now, a sphere has no base. It just is like the shape of a ball. Like, there's no flat edge to it. And so to find the surface area, it's pi r squared, and then times that by 4. So we're going to have 4. Pi is going to be 3.14. And the radius is not 8. It says there the diameter is 8. So the radius must be 4. So I get 4 times 3.14 times 4 squared is 16. I'll do the easy part first. I'll go 4 times 16. 4 times 16 is the same thing as 8 times 8. So that's 64. So 40 and 24, yep. So 64, and then 3.14. That I cannot do in my head, so I will do vertically, 3.14. So 2 decimal spots, so I'll have to make sure I move them back by 2 after. 4 times 4 is 16, carry the 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 times 3 is 12, 1256. I see 1256 a lot. And then 6 times 4 is 24. 6, 7, 8. 6 times 3 is 18. So if I add these up, 5 plus 4 is 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 2. So, 2 decimal spots. So that's just it. So we equal 200.96 units squared. And what are our units? Our units are meters. So there's nothing else to it. There's no top, there's no bottom, there's no base, there's no sides. It just is one giant shape, one giant surface. And that surface is 4 pi r squared, or pi r squared is a circle, and times that by 4. And we just did that and got 200.96. So I find those easier, but those are ones where I don't know what the computer's doing here. We'll get that sorted out in a moment, but those are ones that just require a formula. So something's not right. There we go. So here I just backed out here. All of this is now visible, like I said before. I think these ones are a little bit easier than the previous two. On a test or an assignment, you can expect to have a pyramid, a circular pyramid, and you can expect to have a circular prism or a cylinder like the last two examples, and you can expect to have a sphere. Those are all ones that are really important to know how to calculate the surface area and volume. And then in our class, of course, we're trying to do this without a calculator.